Alright, so we are pretty much done with the gameplay part. Now we need to work on the HUD. So let's get on with it. To create HUD, we're gonna go to user interface, create Widget Blueprint, and we're gonna name it HUD, which is HUD. Now we can double tap and start to design it. So first we're gonna add a background, a black background to it, so it will be type of image. You can drag and drop it here, and we can name it as BG. We don't need it as variable. Now what we can set is the color, so it will be in appearance, brush, tint, we can change to black. Now for the anchor, we go and select this one so it fits the entire size, and offset we can set to 0, 0, so it fills the entire screen. Now for opacity, we are going to turn it down, render opacity to 0, because we'll be animating it. So that's it for the background. Now the next thing we're going to add is a vertical box for the score. So let's add vertical box, drag and drop it here in the canvas. We can name it score box. Now inside we're gonna have two texts, so text, we can drag and drop it twice inside the score box. Okay, so first one is going to be called score, which will be just a text saying score. We're gonna set the color to yellow, font family DOSIS, and size to 50. For the second one, it's gonna be score underscore text, which will hold the value of score. So it'll be 0 to start with. Now again, font family will be same DOSIS, and size we can make it 60. For color, we can add red, so it's more visible. Now we can select the score box, size to content, and then we can select the text and we can center it so it stays center of the score. Now one more thing we need to do is we need to anchor it to the left of the screen, I mean the right, and we can change the value to say 0 so it snaps to the end, and we can decrease it a little so it increase it a little so it's a bit away from the screen, and a Y position of, let's say, 40. Here we can type 50. Alright, so that's the score. Now we need two more of these, so we can copy and paste it and drag it into the canvas. The first one will be high score box. My bad, high score box. Alright, and the first text will be high score, and second will be high score underscore text. So same like we did before, we can select this one and give it a name of high score. We can select the box and say size to content so it fits. Now for this alignment, we're going to anchor it to middle, and we can say 0, 0. For X position, we can minus it by 160 so it's around center, and Y position we can roughly take it around here at the top so it's around minus 400 or maybe 450. Alright, now we'll copy and paste this again, Control C, Control V, drag it in canvas. So this one will be last score box. As for the text, it's going to be last score and last score underscore text. And we're gonna name this here as last score. Again we go to last score box, size to content. For anchor again will be middle, we can say 0 0 to snap it. For X value again it will be -160, so it's at the center, and Y position we can manually have it around, so it's around 300. Alright, now two more things to add here. The first is the play button, so we can drag and drop it here. Now if you want to know what size it is, you can go over here, and it's 200 by 200, so we can specify that into the size 200 by 200. Now anchor it again at the center. Now for this, since it's 200, so -100 will be X position, and around 50 and Y is fine. Same for the title. Oh, we forgot to name this one. We're gonna name it play button, and this one will be title, or you can call it game title. Now this doesn't have to be a variable as well. Let's make sure this isn't a variable too. Alright, so for the size, this is a bit too much, so let's half of that would be nice. So 325 by 150. 325 by 150. We're gonna anchor it at center again. Now 325, so it'll be roughly around 170 minus 175. And for Y position, that's roughly 150 plus, so -200. So that's the layout of our HUD. Now let's animate it, so we can have a good animation going for the HUD. So let's go to animation. We can click plus over here and call it UI anim. So for the first UI anim, it'll be this part, and then we'll have another for this part of the animation. So let's do this first, or rather we can continue in the next video. So see you there.